I should get a notification. There we go. We are good on X. And let's just check Twitter real quick. Or X is Twitter. Let's check YouTube, since we need to also be live here. Let me check restream. YouTube might just be lagging. Huh. Go live. Is it? Okay, it's showing I'm live now. I just don't know if it's titled the same thing as last time. Looks like it is. We need to change that. Building on ICP using Caffeine AI. And we'll get going in just a second. Just got to get this live stream going and set up. Let's use this thumbnail. File's bigger than 2 megabytes. Sorry. One second. Let me just get this on X real quick. We'll just pop up and throw Poke Studio up real quick, since the screening is Friday. So if you're in the Wales area, check it out. I think John might have a ticket. I haven't talked to him yet, but I know there was a few days ago. So double check in with Jonathan from Poke Studios if you're trying to attend. I also have to mute myself somewhere. I'm hearing myself. If you're in the chat, let me know if you hear anything weird for myself. I gotta figure out where this audio is. Is this muting me now? I think that's muting me. There's something that's got to go off. I must have tweaked it doing a video the other day. Let me see where we're at on X. I can't see the chat if I join late. That's frustrating. Oop, I wasn't supposed to show that yet. So, let me get this. And Caffeine AI. Adobe. Sorry, I just gotta change the thumbnail. I don't want it to be the same as the last one. But for this stream in general, probably gonna do about 90 minutes to keep it shorter for playback and stuff. But as far as the stream goes, you guys are probably hearing me twice, like an echo somewhere. I don't know which audio mixer. I have so many different things up for different webcams muted, desktop muted. All right, is this better? You guys hear me? Support us. Welcome. Hopefully this is better. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna get the thumbnail fixed up real quick. I need to get it under 2 megabytes. So let me just resize this real quick. And from there, we should be good. Percentage about 40% would change. Oh, 50? Maybe it's just 20 that'll do it. What? That makes no sense. What? I don't understand how that makes sense for math, and it's gonna. All right, let's see if this will work. 80, 85. There we go. That should work. Yes, we'll replace it. Sorry, guys. We'll get going. Sounds good. Support us. Appreciate it. I'm just fixing the thumbnail on YouTube, and then we'll get going. And I'll probably clip this down, but I'm gonna also get the draft out from last stream because we'll continue building that one out. And then I just gotta check tags on this. So in the studio, save changes, and then we will get the tag. All right, so once this is in, then we're discoverable. I was gonna do a stream yesterday. I talked about it on the last one that it would be either Sunday or Monday, and ended up not doing one yesterday. Ended up in a lot of calls and stuff, so it ended up just eating up a lot of my time. And so we'll do a stream today, and then we'll probably have another one because today's the 27th. We'll probably do another one tomorrow, actually. Just because the thing with tomorrow is the promptathon that Caffeine AI is putting out there. So let me put this off to the side. I know you guys are probably like, what the heck's going on? The inception of live streaming setup. So yeah, now the YouTube is set and fixed, so I'm just gonna post a link for the YouTube underneath it on X, and then we should be all good to go. And we'll run it from about 90 minutes, and then if we want to, like if you guys really want to, I can set up another stream after. It's just I want to try to keep them a little bit smaller for playback, 'cause the last one was like 5 hours. Which is a lot. Which is a lot for people to kind of come back and find stuff in it. Why is this? It might have some sort of playback issue. Is this really only showing the one stream? Let me see where we're at. Okay, it's just showing ChatGPT. All right, cool. And let me mute this one. All right, we're just gonna reload YouTube because it's being funny right now. All right, so save changes. That one saved immediately. Okay. All right, that is good now. The draft link is here. We're just gonna go to the chat real quick and post it. So this should pop up in, looks like YouTube on that one. We'll post it in X as well. Ooh, actually we gotta we gotta delete that Um, oh my gosh. How do I? Oh my god. That's that's not a good one. All right. Let me remove that. Use this one for the draft link. And that should work now. Yeah, so now we have our site running. I need to get the live stream up in here in case you guys want to watch that way. And so with this stream today, we are in Caffeine. We have I did do additional changes just to get us back to where the admin issue was having. So off stream, I did do a few tweaks because I didn't want to burn through a lot of credits online, because sometimes it can it takes a little bit to get back to where you need to be, unfortunately, sometimes, just being real there. And so for this, I just want to make sure. Why is that showing that? Okay. Sorry, these streams are all over the place. So yeah, for the Caffeine AI, I did make a few changes and added more credits and stuff, so we can keep building out here. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping that to enter the promptathon, I'll do a live stream. And yeah, the update for Caffeine is February 2nd, so on Monday next week, which is really nice. So for Caffeine AI, it's getting like automated tech teams, which is everyone's. I'm not sure there's a clear explanation that it's fully agentic stuff, but as far as what it's going to be able to do, but because it's not released yet, so I'd rather see it as how it's released before going too crazy with it. But if it's a bunch of agents that you can now set up on your Caffeine AI build, you can then have multiple coders. You should be able to have like marketing, like a marketing department, and then product testers and stuff like that. So it really automates the whole process. You probably be spending a lot of credits, so you probably burn through a lot if that's the case. And so just be cautious there. But we'll definitely have some live streams and stuff for Caffeine AI with the update. So on the 2nd, once it's live, I don't know the exact time they're launching it, but once it's live, we'll look to do a live stream. So that one we'll play by ear. And then, like I said, today we'll do 90 minutes on this, and hope for this one to be all set and finished. Music is on the Swap Radio, and then live streaming will not be possible, right? So Mo, there's talk that there's going to be live streaming available for Internet Computer, like directly hosted on Internet Computer. I don't know how soon that's going to be. I know Jordan Last years ago proved that it's possible, but it's super costly, and it just didn't make sense, because like streaming alone, like Twitch is not a profitable business. They lose so much money. Everyone's streaming in 1080p or higher. Like, it costs them a lot of money, and they often are losing money on streamers that are streaming for 8 to 10 hours, because it's a big thing. So that's why Twitch takes so much revenue and stuff. But so I imagine it would it would be the most cost consuming thing that you could try to launch on the internet computer is a live streaming website or app in general. So until costs can come down much further to be comparable to the Web 2 providers, I just don't see it as like a possible business. You know, like it just eats through so much money. It's so much data. And so right now with this, we have Caffeine AI getting the update on the 2nd. We will plan to do a live stream on the 2nd. And from there, Mo, what I'm doing on this, if this was your question about live streaming, I'm just embedding here. So what I'm gonna do, and you can check the draft. I'm gonna go through on YouTube quick and grab the embedded link. So we will grab the embedded, and then it's gonna come through a little weird because I need to change the size. But I'm gonna do this building on ICP using Caffeine AI. Welcome to the stream. On today's session, we'll probably end up doing some design to it. I ended up making some assets for logo, just like a quick logo and icon, and then we would customize it a bit. I think that'd be pretty useful for some people, because like this is generally about where I need it to be, and so with this, I'm gonna just screenshot this and ask it to maybe I should put on the light mode. Ask it to get the proper I need this embedded. So I'm in just ChatGPT. It's always really nice to have an LLM right next to you while you're working in Caffeine AI. So I'm basically telling ChatGPT here, I need this embedded video to fit perfectly in the frame. Frame on my site. And the reason why this went away is because we're still in the draft. So the point of this site is to basically have it where the live chat all kind of feeds in one place, because my chat stream is on multiple platforms. Like Restream will put some of the comments on X and YouTube, but it doesn't track all of them for some reason. So some of them I don't see, and so it's nice to have this built. So the Caffeine AI live stream app or site that we have, basically we have a social feed, so you guys can comment in there. So this is what I'm putting in the chat real quick on X and YouTube. That way you can join if you want to see the site. We're gonna change the logo up here and design this because we have this all kind of working now. So like the one thing that I was trying to do, I guess profile is not allowing me to post, so let me test this first. It might need to create post first. I think it welcome to the stream. And sometimes this stuff's buggy. So like user profile not found. So that's why. All right. So let's get our profile up since this draft is back up and running. But last night when I was messing around with this, it let me post and stuff right away. Like I had to create a post first before I could type in the chat. So builder, There we go. So now we have our profile set up. And then I need to get this frame going. Let me give it the live stream embedded on ChatGPT. I meant to do that. Sorry. Live stream is just a lot. Like, there's so much going on. So, in the best setting, it's probably better to just do like filmed and edited videos and stuff instead of doing the live stream, unless you're just like building straight on that, not focusing on the chats and stuff, but trying to be a good host here, and at the same time that has my mind all over the place. So yeah, now we have our iframe getting fixed, so we are just gonna tweak that and then save, and it should be all good in the chat. So let me know if you guys have any issues with posting. Would appreciate if you try testing. You might need to make a profile first. Post created. There we go. And then let me get a poll out. Are you competing in the Caffeine AI prompt-a-thon? Yes. No. All right. So now we have our poll up. And basically what this site like allows, right? We basically have our little, oh wow, and it's saying next live stream. Interesting. So some changes have happened from what I put in last night. So I didn't know about that because I didn't test putting the embedded back in. But basically we have the live stream, we have resources. So we'll be putting prompts and stuff in here in this resource library. And then the stream archive. So past streams will show up here, and you'll be able to access the embedded link in here, so you can watch on the platform if you'd like, instead of going over to YouTube. And then there's upcoming streams and stuff that we can put in there. I don't necessarily know if we'll use the upcoming streams too much, but maybe we will. I do want to add in a newsletter because this is pretty important to have that. And so for the newsletter, we already have like the admin side of things. So in the admin, I basically need to add in a slot for keeping track of the newsletter. So this would be something that's pretty important, and it's actually one of the features that you're supposed to get from having a $30 membership with Caffeine AI. So probably worth to build. Lisa Ladybug. Hello Kyle, Caffeine has let us down completely. Jade 8 has a mind-bending app ready to go, and there's a cache issue. Then tried supposedly to fix it and ended up crashing the whole app. The app is live and broken. Yeah, Caffeine does definitely have some problems. Like it's not a perfect system. I'm hopeful with the update that it is better. Like for me, and I can relate to having a lot of apps crash and stuff with Caffeine AI. When the prompting and stuff was free, right? Like back in like August and September and all that, I probably built 15 different apps to about 200 drafts or so, and I didn't launch any of them because one, they weren't perfect, and like obviously you can't have like a perfect app necessarily, but you know, and just knowing that Caffeine was going to get a bunch of different updates and stuff over time, it just, to me, it didn't make sense to launch anything just yet. So for what they're going to be doing with the automated tech teams, I'm very fascinated with that, and I think that there's a lot of room for Caffeine to grow from here on out. And I think that's going to be very important for the development of caffeine. So I know some people are frustrated with it, and I can see why. And I think the customer support side of things too hasn't been ideal for people. Um, so I generally see like why people are frustrated. Like, and I'm sorry that you've had a bad experience. I don't work for Definity or anything. I used to run the U.S. hub, but the hubs program closed down, and all of the adoption team is gone. So yeah. So like for me personally, I'm doing this to kind of help with the ecosystem of like just building out and stuff. Yeah, yeah, no. Their support, to be honest, sucks. We waited nearly 3 months. Yeah, that is an issue, and in in my college days and stuff, I used to run and manage restaurants and stuff. If you have one bad experience, your first like if you have a bad experience the first time you use something, there's like a 80% chance it's a little bit that's a little inflated. It's like a 60 to 70% chance that you're not going to use that or go to that restaurant again or use a product. So it's really important that you have to impress people on the first experience, and when there's issues you have to fix it, right? Otherwise there's nothing that you can really do to get that person back. You already lost their trust. So it's really important that they overcome it, and they're still testing out stuff and trying to add features, and they also went through the shift of basically dropping down some of the employees. They released some employees, or employees left. So like there was a bunch of things that kind of all happened at once. So I'm not here to try to make excuses or anything for them, but like it's something that I can see the frustration. So I feel for you, Lisa. Um, and so for this, I don't know if you guys have been able to try the app yet, but on this I do want to make some progress. So I do have where did I save this one? Real quick, because we'll probably go to Ubin and test out the save feature there, because I like to change the I like to change everything with Ubin. So I'll go there. Ubin.app. Log in. Use plug. Oh. All right. So Ubin is created by Daniel McCoy. I have a bunch of stuff in here. I also have an encrypted canister. So this is with vet keys and stuff. I'm not technically supposed to show this stuff off yet, but there are people using Ubin and stuff, so I don't see a reason why I can't. And so we're going to add in our logo. So basically this pops up just like a file explorer would. He changed this around a little bit. Let me add a folder. So I need to add a folder real quick to get this in here. So we're gonna rename the app. Instead of Caffeine AI Live, it's gonna be called Internet Cafe. And so this will be a resource library, and we will upload this to Ubin. So now it's uploading. Basically, it had a file explorer, so that you all see there. I have some other assets and stuff for an event that I'm going to be organizing at our studio in Milwaukee. So I'll show you real quick. Going to be calling it Uplink, and I want to do a multi-day event in Milwaukee. So getting the early interest involved with that, but it's going to be a multi-day event. There'll probably be some live streams and stuff, so that's why it'll be called live uplink. And we're going to be filming and producing all the content and stuff there. So if you want to see projects involved, definitely tell them to come out to Milwaukee and sit in and film with us. It is something that's going to have to be sponsored. Like, we can't do a high quality production for free. So, but if you want to, come out and stuff, we will get some posts and stuff available for that. But it'll probably be either late February or early March. I'm going to be talking to some of our friends and stuff, and basically seeing who's able to all fly in for this. So, and then I do want to try to contact some of the big names that we've had before and get them to come back and film some extra stuff. So we'll see how that's all going to play out. So now we have Internet Cafe, and we have our link here. So we're gonna copy this address, and we're gonna tell Caffeine AI, I want you to replace the Caffeine AI live stream logo in the navigation. With this new logo. So we're going to be rebranding this to the Internet Cafe, and then we're going to go through and custom design it all. The subnets and nodes running an on-chain AI behind a trusted execution environment machine, and Jonathan, you're quizzing me. I don't know the answer to that. They've had so what model capability does it have, and does it provide just inference so I can implement it into my projects? So Dfinity put a llama model in a smart contract or a canister about in 2023. I don't know what they're using for Caffeine AI because they've been making some changes and stuff, and what they're going to be adding in with the agents. I don't know. Like, it's going to be changing here very soon, so I don't have like a direct answer for you, but they did put their own AI model in the cloud, and that was what people were building AI with on the internet computer. You would probably know better than me, Jonathan, but I'm not a dev beyond this AI coding stuff. So, but for Baby J just chimed in there. Yeah. So right now we have the logo getting changed in Caffeine AI, and as I mentioned, I used Ubin in order to do this. Like, you can now build stuff directly in Caffeine, like as far as like profile settings, you can upload because of the blob storage. So this brings the cost down a bit, and Caffeine works really well with Ubin as well, though. So like, if I wanted to upload stuff directly here into Ubin and then take the URL and embed it into Caffeine, I could do that. And this is decentralized storage on the internet computer. So I use Ubin pretty frequently. I'll go through and used to be able to just go through and check those that way, but so I have different graphics and stuff and stuff I've been uploading over the years. I also have other canisters and other wallets, so But as far as Ubin goes, like it's really nice for storage. Um, Used it to build out a lot of different sites and stuff so far with Caffeine. So we'll see where we're at with the build so far. Are there docs on Caffeine? Yeah, there should be docs right over. About FAQ. No, they don't. They don't have it actually, Jonathan. Yeah, they just have the coming soon FAQ and the about. So I'm not seeing docs other than just the about. So I'll put this in the chat there. I know you've been using like Claude Code and stuff, so Claude Code super efficient. Obviously, a lot of people use it, and then a lot of people use the N8. But I'm curious to see how the fully automated tech team works out. We have still like the early days of Caffeine, and the more people use it and stuff, the better the AI will get. So, but they released like on X at least. Let me pull up a new X tab. So on X, they posted that they had a bunch of different users and stuff and stats for. So this is the promptathon. So there's 10,000 in prizes. Yeah, Jonathan. All it has right now is just the about info. I would imagine they have to have some sort of docs for the agent, though. Like if they're introducing the agents, because like you're gonna want to be able to work really well with the agents. Like at some point they're gonna have the docs. The promptathon does start tomorrow. There's 10,000 in prizes, and it's supposed to be like a health or wellness productive. Like it's supposed to be a week-long creative sprint where anyone can create apps by talking to Caffeine. And then there was you'll need absolutely no coding skills. Where it's focused on self-improvement apps. So, and then it gave like Duolingo as an inspiration idea, and some others, or like a fitness stuff, self-improvement style stuff. But yeah, this should be done now. Nope. I would have thought this part would have been quick. We're approaching 6 minutes on this one. But yeah, what have you guys been using to build with Caffeine AI? Hey, appreciate it. Lay down. I do want to still, after the design, I still want to add in the newsletter, and then we'll have to keep like the dark mode in case people don't like the layout, because I'm gonna change the background to like a coffee-ish color. Like we'll do like a tan background for the light, and then the dark will just stay dark, and then we'll change the text color and stuff to match more of a coffee vibe. So, or at least the highlights will be more of like a mocha or something. Social feed. So on the polls, no votes today. So I'm not sure if you guys tried that or not. But we'll have this special this build all set here soon with the header. Thank you, Ashok. Appreciate it. Yeah, so actually we'll retweet him. So yeah, for caffeine, Jonathan, it should have that. If it's on a canister, then you would just need the canister ID and parse the candid files. So the canister ID, you can pull it off of, and I haven't done this part in a bit. You're able to pull it. Let me see. Because people are topping up the canisters and stuff, so you have to be able to access the canister ID at some point. Using the command right. Yeah, so you run DFX canister ID. But they don't like openly provide like the canister ID. You know what I'm saying? What the heck? What is this? That I don't know, Jonathan. I would think it would be something that you need more accessible. But I don't know. They have like a specific team working on Caffeine AI. It'd be something. If you talk to Swizzy, that'd be a good question for him. So for probably want that to be able to expand. There we go. Attach links. Yeah, these prompts lately have been taking a bit, but this is like going through and coding a bunch of different tab. collabs and stuff. So, um, all right. So this is saying it's deploying. There we go. This one's just being a little slow. So now it should have the new logo up top. We might have to adjust the size of it. So that is something to be something that needs to be watched here. I was getting questioned. Yeah, but what have you all been building with caffeine lately? And are you entering the new promptathon? So this looks like it came in. Now we need to adjust the site so we can actually see the logo. So I'm gonna ask Caffeine to let me see what color I had picked out yesterday. So I just gotta find this one in searches internet cafe. So many different chats and stuff going with we want all right, so we're gonna run with this prompt this into caffeine. Oh, that did the wrong one. Alright, so we're putting this prompt into Caffeine AI, and basically what it says is it's going to design a modern, clean, warm internet cafe themed web interface for Caffeine AI platform used for live streams, resource browsing, and stream archives. So it's got an update of the color system and the card surfaces, the borders and stuff. So it's going to add in soft shadows and stuff. So we're going to put this one in and see what comes out. So this should come in as like a warm cream color, and then it'll have like some like soft accents and stuff behind the borders. So I've built in like a bunch of different designs and stuff on Caffeine on some of the older sites that I built for like the swap. So I'll pull, I believe it was this one. Pull this one up. And I showed it on the last stream, but with this. This was like a custom built site that I ended up doing like a lot of wraps on. So it like modified it quite a bit and kind of made the site pop out a bit, which is kind of cool. Go back to that, just check that. Yeah, so for this one, oh, still trying to load it. So for this one, we built out like a simple news landing site, more so media, but I added in like a live crypto data, so we could refresh that and see the updates, and then there's going to be like article feeds and stuff, as well as like I wanted, and this is all like not like our true copywriting, but that we did, and it didn't do it well. But this was like back in like September that I tried doing all this, so it's a little different back then. I would say Caffeine has improved a bit. Let's see if the stream went down. Oop. Are we back? I'm not sure if we're actually back or not. OBS just went down, so I apologize if the stream went out on you. We'll try to go back and see if we're... So X shows that we're not live. Huh. Alright, so I guess we're just on YouTube now. So I apologize for that. I don't see a new... Let me just get a post out on X. Because it's still showing live for YouTube. So I'm just going to share this and quote off of... on YouTube yet. Alright, so now that we're just on this, so this is doing the warm cream background change and stuff for the website. I'm gonna turn this down. I think I probably just had too much stuff up. And I'm just double checking that this is down, but broadcast is connected on X, live on YouTube. So if you guys are having any issues or whatever with the connection, just let me know. We'll be going for a little bit yet, and from here we will be changing the design, and basically, one, we can't see the white text on the logo, and this needs to go, so we need to remove that yet, which we will basically tell Caffeine in this little pick on draft to edit. We'll tell that like that's got to go, and then we will basically customize a few other things and stuff with that, And then as far as other stuff goes for today, probably after the stream, I'll probably record like another video and stuff to get out today, or tonight. Maybe it'll go out tomorrow. I don't know, but basically just want to get some more updates and stuff of what's going on in the ecosystem, and kind of get everyone kind of prepared and stuff for the week. So yeah, we'll have another live stream tomorrow for the promptathon, and hopefully it doesn't disconnect. So I apologize for that happened. It's not necessarily my fault. My internet was showing good health. It's literally showing excellent health here. So I'm not sure if it was something with X, or some other thing happened, but this is looking like it's ready to finally update, which this one took about 7 minutes. Like, the time does definitely take a bit for some of the prompts, so we have to chat it out in the meantime and stuff, but it's good for, like, I guess, Q&A, and I appreciate everyone that's been hanging out here during the stream, so that means a lot. So we'll keep doing some live streams and stuff. And yeah, it's showing. Restream just sent me a thing that the on X. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna do more of the caffeine streams. It is helpful. I also want to do some live streams of like showing off other apps, and I had like another layout for like the overlay for the stream where it was exploring ICP, which I thought was pretty cool. Excuse me. Been drinking a lot of coffee and stuff this morning, so I have the hiccups. That cream color is still too light in my opinion. We can't see the internet cafe too well, but I want to. Oh, the dark is just brown. Nice. So you can see it well on that, but we got to get rid of this yet anyway, so we're gonna get rid of that. And then we need a tan color that like literally just makes this logo kind of stand out. So right now we're gonna text to edit this, edit, delete this. But what do you guys think of the color on this? Like this in general, like obviously we're gonna fix that so you can see the logo more. But this layout as you come into the stream, like early thoughts. Actor not available. So we must have tweaked something on that, or profile. All right, so I changed my profile again. So once we get this published, that should iron out. I'm hopeful on that. And we still have to add a newsletter. So once we add the newsletter, things should be good. And then we should be able to publish this and have it live. So just have to update that, and that should be good. Actor not available. Is it because of this? So we're trying to delete this right now with caffeine. And the issue after this last prompt was now the profile is being a little slow to update. So I, as before, if you guys were paying attention, the thing that I did was I updated the profile because it was saying I wasn't updated, and just putting in, basic. Now it's saying actor not available. So we're gonna, after we get this part fixed, because it's important to fix things as you're doing it. We're gonna make sure that that's gone, and then we're gonna download the code and basically ask ChatGPT why that's happening. So with that, I mean, we'll be able to iron out some of the details a bit more. And then, yeah, as far as like stuff that you guys have been interested in with caffeine, have you been building more games, or like what is it that you've been, setting out to do with caffeine? Like, one of the things I'm building right now, and this is just basically like an open resource site, right? Like the internet cafe. I might add in like music and stuff, kind of like how Rob did with Bonsai Radio and stuff. Maybe we add in like some of his music and stuff here, so you can listen to it there, and then go over to his site. We'll try to add in some cool stuff for like the people supporting the stream, and then as far as like other stuff that we're building, I've been helping out like other streamers and stuff, kind of getting them sites set up, with like basically a place for them to go like for their communities. So like getting them, like a fallback from the Web 2 platforms and stuff if they ever got deplatformed, because obviously that's a concern with Web 2 socials. But basically helping some streamers getting set up so that they have something to come back to in case that ever happens. And then one of the things, if you were here earlier, I'm planning on getting an event organized at our studio in Milwaukee with like the rest of our team, because I've been doing most of the content and stuff just from home while they're focusing on other stuff. But we'll do a multi-day event like we have in the past and invite some friends out. I want to call it Uplink because it'd be like broadcasted friendly, and stuff for Web3 crypto and stuff. So most likely we'll have ICP projects involved with it, as like sponsors and stuff, and then we'll have some other builders and stuff in our local area that come from other communities. Like there's Hedera, one of their employees. They have the chief marketing officer in Milwaukee, so that's a friend that's come out to quite a bit of our events. And then there's some builders and stuff that are using Chainlink and some other networks. So we'll see who's all available to come out. We haven't done an event in a while, but we want to do like a filmed segment and stuff, multi-day, like maybe panels and stuff, kind of like a mini conference. So if you're in the area and want to stop out for that, just reach out. Kind of targeting late February, early March for that, and then we'll see. It'll all be dependent on like how available some of the projects are, because they'll be like, if we do late February, it's right around the same time as ETH Denver. So we just have to change the color a bit on this. Like, I like that that's gone now. And then we could do we could probably do a better navigation bar. But right now we should download the code, see what's going on with the login. And so right now I'm gonna start a new chat, and we're gonna import the zip into ChatGPT. All right, so I need you to review this code from Caffeine AI. It's the internet cafe project I'm building. It's having some issues with the login staying updated. Oop. In the draft version, I have not published live. I need you to review any bugs and provide prompts to fix them. Also, I need to add in, or I need to integrate the newsletter that Caffeine AI supports. We need to get fully functional. So people can sign up, and admin can email the newsletter. So this would be important. And like this, mind you, this is a feature that you are now paying for on the second tier membership. So like it's really important that we have like a video for this, because the newsletter, like it's something that you're paying extra for right now, right? And I don't think it's necessarily the easiest to set up at times. All right, so we're putting that in, and we have our early version of the site. I don't necessarily like that graphic, but it is what it is. It's a placeholder. And now this magically works, so it's back to what it was. So I'm not sure if it all just finally resolved, but let me see. This is auto scrolling. I don't want it auto scrolling. Like, it's not supposed to do that. That's something that's got to get fixed. I don't know. And we have our code getting reviewed. But overall, so far, I think this looks clean. I like the dark version more. Chat's working, but the auto scroll is what's. So it auto scrolls you up, and then if you go up, it auto scrolls you down. So we need to fix that, because that is annoying, and that's not going to be something that really flies on these, you know, as they start to populate. So we need to fix that. So, but overall, what do you guys think of this so far? And we can make this nav bar a little bit more attractive. I like to add in like a gloss feel to it, make it feel more premium. I just right now my main concern is debugging some of this code and getting us set up for a newsletter, because once I have the newsletter and the scrolling done, like the scrolling, the auto scroll has to go. We can't have that. And then this is like almost publish ready, and like just like as an early version, but like I want it to be more complete and like less buggy issues. So that's obviously really important, so that we give people a good experience, because this is going to be like a resource library for people to check out. You know, as we do the live streams, this is going to be something that we frequently use. And then I still want to add in some sort of music player and stuff, so people can vibe code and stuff with Caffeine here. So it should be like a playground, right? Like a cafe where you come and code and hang out. You either vibe code with some music. You have prompts that are available for resources. We'll put in a bunch of different prompts that might be able to help with different builds as we're live streaming stuff, and you know, just be like a nice resource library. And then maybe we'll have some other people come up and build, like we'll have talks and stuff about what works for certain people, or you know, have other people come up and show us what they like to build and stuff in Caffeine and how they use it. Not just, you know, my style or whatever with building, but there's obviously people that are probably better than myself at using Caffeine. So and then this is still looking for answers. I have the long like extended thinking on for ChatGPT. But yeah, we're starting to get this pretty clean. I would say, like, everyone should be able to have a user profile. You log in, you can comment on this, you can participate in the poll. I'm gonna put this in the chat again, just so you guys have it in case you want to check it out. Let me know if you have any issues. But as the admin, I can put in the live stream info, the polls. We have the two options available there for are you competing in the Caffeine AI promptathon. Then we have the news resource, so we can add in, you know, any prompts and stuff directly from the live stream here, which is kind of nice. That way it should populate over on the resources page. So we're gonna just test this and then I'm just gonna grab I'm gonna grab a prompt that we put in, which is this one. So if someone wants this exact and what would be the best to describe that? Modern design and color system prompt for internet cafe. Oh wait, that should be the title. My bad. I put that on the wrong one. We'll put this in the category of design. Oop. All right, so now we have our design prompt added successfully to the resources, and boom, it's there. So now we can view the resource. You can copy and paste the prompt word for word, and that's available. And you can see that it's under design, and it's got a little tag there. So you can search design, and then we'll have other prompts and stuff that become available. So like as we're going, we'll add in each stream. We'll add in a few prompts or whatever. But I like to start out builds talking very simply, and stuff early on, and then that way it shows people like how you can, talk to caffeine like very easily and in simple language instead of needing an LLM to prompt it. But then from there, once we get into some of the harder issues and stuff to communicate, that's where I'll probably do some prompts and then kind of show how to tweak that. In most cases, you can build a simple app with just easy prompts and stuff with caffeine. But like the more complex stuff, which what we're doing, I would say our app is a complex one. It's cost quite a bit of credits. I'd say probably 60 or no, probably 70 credits so far into the build. So some of it is easier, some of it's like harder, and then you have some errors with caffeine that you have to go back in and tweak it yourself, so it gets a little frustrating at times when you're trying to do something that's complex, right? Simple stuff, easy to build out. But once you add in too many features, it starts to kind of overwhelm it. And that's where you have to go through and download the files, or you just go into the code and copy and paste exactly what area you need. And so you take this, put it into caffeine, or put it into an LLM, and copy and paste, say review this code, blah blah blah, and tweak it from there. So, but yeah, I think overall this is nice. We wanna change this, get a little icon that fits the site. That's not a eyesore like the blue there. But overall, this part is nice. Maybe we'd want some sort of design to like make it feel a little bit more premium instead of just like kind of open like this. Like we'd want something to probably wrap on here. And then on the archive, same thing. We got to change this. That way it fits the site. It's not an eyesore. And then for the live stream, we basically just need the auto scroll to stop doing its thing, because it auto scrolls up when you're at the bottom of the page, and it auto scrolls down. So it wants you to be at this level, but you can't be right here because it's going to auto scroll. So that is an annoying thing that we don't want to happen, because it provides a bad user experience for our site. And so we want people to be able to post a comment. So like when the site is the reason why we have a social feed, right, is so that people can post a comment of what they want to see in Caffeine AI for the live streams. And then there's polls and stuff that we can ask specifically during the live stream. What do you want? Yada yada. Or are you guys interested in certain things or whatever? And then we just need the newsletter. And then later on we'll add in like music and stuff. But this is something that will be like our like foundation for the live streams and stuff, so people can access and enjoy and find value in some of the prompts, see archives of the stream. And in here too, like it's not just limited to prompts, like documentation, tutorials. Like we could put in like links and stuff for what or documents in general upload for people to download and have available to them for prompting out specific things. That way you're not necessarily paying for everything out of the app market. There's something there that helps you. So but this should be done now. So I pulled your zip apart. There's a couple. This will absolutely cause weirdness issues. Big red flag. The export is missing critical auth backend binding files. So yeah, it's found some issues. All right, so we want to copy this, paste it word for word. All right, and if this works, which I'm assuming it should, then we will put this one in the resources. But well, actually, the thing is with this, with the before it's even published, like none of that's gonna save. So we're just putting in this stuff to test right now. Once it's published, that's when it'll start to actually save these things. Take a screenshot and share to X. We'll just put it on the is live stream plus resource library. Still working on the design. All right, so now this one is still coding. We're still only 2 minutes in, but have the prompts that we need. We need to add in this newsletter. The newsletter is very, very important. So that one I do want to finish up before we end the stream. But we are about 90 minutes in, so I do want to wrap up soon. So we'll probably do one decision you should make because it affects auth plus newsletter. Gates a lot of behind user. Page is public, watch without login. But chat and socials require login. That means change back in. Get live stream to allow guests. Public true. Which makes sense. Huh. How's it going, R bar? AR bar? Yeah, so we want to add in this newsletter system, which is going to be the sign up and admin send. Um, so the sign up, obviously, for people to sign up and get updates, and then this that won't be mandatory. It'll be something that you sign up for on your own, so people can choose to not sign up if they wish. But I'll probably have it as like a generic newsletter, for things that we're doing with the live stream. And like I'd probably have it set up like you're gonna basically be able to get updates from what I'm building, Kyle Stofflet with the swap. So like it kind of applies to our ecosystem of what we're doing, and then just updates in general, which we're news and media and stuff. So planned on doing more stuff like this, helping people build with guides, and just overall like trying to increase the vibes of the space, right? So Internet Computer has been fighting a lot if you've been watching the forums or stuff going on with Mission 70. And I know the upgrade for Internet Identity 2.0 was a little bit stressful for people yesterday. I updated on Sunday, and I was pretty stressed out too because I have a few neurons, and it's just when you put money into something that was already down, quite a bit, and wanting to at least still have access to it, like that's a pretty important thing. So, like I threw a lot of money into ICP when it was like $20, so I'm down significantly from that yet. Not the worst case, but stuff. It would still be nice to have what's left. Because it's not necessarily little either, but I feel bad for people that are locked out. There are a few cases of it, so I hope that things get resolved soon with the upgrade. All right, so we have our latest draft. Latest draft for Caffeine. And it got rid of the user profile again. So I don't know if that's going to happen when this goes live. But the draft tends to log you out and stuff, but it's not saying I'm logged out. I'm still admin. So we're gonna put in this prompt. Word for word. Then the next one we'll put in the newsletter, and then we'll wrap up after that. And we'll get back into a live stream tomorrow because I want to get some other content out. But this will be available for people to come and play back and stuff on YouTube. Apologize for the X feed disconnecting. Obviously, it wasn't my intention to see that disconnect. I don't know. I'm seeing excellent stream health on the stream overall, so not sure what all happened there. Yeah, so we're almost done with this. We just put in this prompt, and this prompt is going to be fixing the social feed IDs. So comments, reactions, deletes, going to the wrong posts. Only the admin can delete, like, and that's just if someone posts something extremely bad, right? Like, then I would go through and delete it, or I'd have a mod at some point to delete it. We don't want like super bad things on on the thing. It'll be very light moderation though. So now with this update, because this just happened. Just have the auto scroll. I don't like that. That's such a bad thing. I'm gonna close that one. But yeah, this cream color, it should be a little bit darker, more tan. That way this sits right. We did get rid of that, so I just refreshed this just to show that. For this, we do still have our resources, and we got to change the icons and stuff just so that, or get rid of them in general, because we don't necessarily need them on that. But maybe for anyone that can't read English, it might be universal help. So yeah, overall, I mean, I think the embedded is nice, and like, we just got to fix this auto scroll. I'm going to ask. So once we do the newsletter, then get that part done, then we'll wrap up the stream, because we're approaching 2 hours of this live stream, and it needs to be shorter for playback, because the last one was 5 hours. And then we'll do a live stream tomorrow for the hackathon, and we'll prompt self-improvement app. I don't necessarily have an idea in mind just yet, but I think something like along the lines of like goal setting and journal. I think we could create something pretty fun there, like a gamified thing. So with that, I think that'd be useful for an entry in the competition. We have a bunch of credits yet, so should be good. Yeah, this is one of those things where the prompting takes a bit, so like, more people chatting and stuff. I don't know if this is necessarily the best time to do a live stream. I know when we did spaces that like, because it's 1 p.m. right now, when we did spaces at like 11 a.m. Because I'm Central Time, we would get quite a bit of traffic, but I know a lot of people are working, so I don't know if videos work better for live streams during this time or not. Maybe we could switch it up to nighttime, but people are eating dinner and stuff too, so I don't know the best time to do these. So if you'd like these to be later in the day or switch them up so that it kind of varies, let me know, and I think that'd be helpful for at least, doing effective sessions. That way we have a lot more communication back and forth for the stream. I just think that's how we grow. And then eventually maybe I'll add in, because I pay for so many different subscriptions and stuff right now. If I add in another subscription right now, like my budget's gonna hate me. But with Restream, I could get a membership and then broadcast to more channels, focusing on YouTube and X right now, but could add in Twitch and Kick and others depending on what we do for memberships and stuff. That way more people see Caffeine AI, but I don't want to keep doing stuff if people don't appreciate it and stuff. So I want to just make sure that it's getting at least enough traction to prove that it's worth doing, at least. Because we spent a lot on a lot of the media that we provided, and like most of the projects that I've found are just not able to market, and they don't have the help to do it. So it is kind of a luxury in this ecosystem. So have to just kind of find the sweet spot and go from there without doing crazy budgets. But this draft is almost done, and this was basically to fix the social IDs so the comments and reactions stop going to the wrong places, which I didn't necessarily think that they were in the wrong place. But it's saying it was, so let me try a comment. I know the other day we had some issues with it, but that seems to work now, seems to work. I just need this auto scroll to stop. Once the auto scroll's done. And as you can see, we're 38, draft version 38, so this times 2, we spent about like 78 credits. So for this build specifically, you would want the second tier, which is going to give you 110 credits if you buy the 30-day or the $30 membership for Caffeine AI. I would always just recommend, if you do try something, start out with the smaller version. Make sure you like it and stuff, but there are features and stuff that they try to sell you on for the second one, which is like the features would be basically the features that you get with the $30 one are the email newsletter that you can do. The other one is the domains. You can buy the domains, and you can also do encryption because it says private. I've done encryption with VetKeys for the Stripe integration, so keeping the API encrypted, that's important. That's something you definitely want to use. And from there, like, if you have sensitive API keys, that's where you're going to want to have the admin, like for like the CMS, the content management, you would want to have an admin key that is protected by internet identity login. And then you could ask Caffeine AI to create encrypted slots in like the CMS, so that you can put sensitive data that's protected there, and it will be supported by Vetkeys, so you can share a little bit more private stuff. I'd wait a little bit further just to like make sure that it is actually encrypted. Just 'cause Caffeine's still new, so I'd be careful about what you all like share yet for like sensitive data, because you don't want someone to steal your API key and then rack up like $10,000 in charges, because that would ruin someone's life. So definitely be cautious yet with that. And if you do have a developer friend that can check for you before you actually make it public, or before you like when you make it public, before you start marketing it, like definitely have someone check it out, verify, so that you don't have anything that's sensitive that could really be exposed. Really important stuff there. So yeah, we're almost done with this one. We want this newsletter to come in. This is an important feature. We need to be able to have people able to sign up for the newsletter. That way we can keep them updated on stuff. Other than that, I really just kind of want to have like a music player or something later on. It's not important. Like it could just be like a little radio station up here, and go from there. So, but this one is building out, and then once it's done, we'll wrap up, just so that more people are able to watch the live stream on the playback, because a 5-hour live stream is just intimidating. Like I put on like music streams and stuff that are like calming music for that long, but that's if I'm sleeping. Like if I'm about to go to bed. But yeah, while we're waiting, let me pull up the channel. While we're waiting for this, make sure you're checking out some of our old content. Like we have the ICP United series that we did. This was great. We have people from Definity, in here. Kyle Langham, Lamesh is in this one, the Community Mega episode. Filmed a lot of stuff around Bitcoin, so that you can see here. We filmed from our hotel room, which was great. It was an awesome view for that, and then got more like personal and stuff with some of the builders and stuff there. So and then our older content with the blockchain sessions, Dan Ostrovsky from NFID Labs, Jordan Last from oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on it right now. But he did the Azel. And then we had Kyle Langham again. My friend Springna Zhao. She did a Nifty 30 documentary, and that was awesome. They also sponsored NFT NYC in 2024. So they were the presenting sponsor for NFT NYC at the Javits Center, which is a massive facility. So they did a documentary with Beeple and Rafiq and a bunch of the big creators and stuff in the Web3 space. So that's cool. I went out to her premiere in New York, and hung out with her in Nashville and stuff here in this video. And then she's been to our studio and stuff in Milwaukee, which is where this is filmed and where our show ICP United was filmed. And so now kind of just focusing on doing other smaller content right now, but effective with news and stuff, while the rest of our team is doing some other film projects. They have TV shows and they do documentaries and stuff. So didn't want to take up too much of their time with this, but we do wanna have event at the studio like late February, early March, perhaps, and we'd be calling it Uplink. And we're gonna talk to some projects and stuff, get them in as sponsors, do filmed content, like one-on-one interviews. We'll have a media day specifically for the founders or team members that show up, and then we'll have like some live panels and stuff, live stream stuff, to get to know the builders more, maybe more about their projects. So if you have projects that you want to see involved, maybe you should tell them to reach out to me. So reach out to the swap to get involved. And this is almost done with the newsletter. But yeah, in the past, we've had Coinbase at our studio. We've had Congressman Brian Stile. So he's the leader of the Digital Assets Committee for the U.S. So he's making all the rules and laws in place and helping to get the Clarity Act passed. He's the congressman for our state, and we filmed with him before. Our team's also filmed with presidents and other politicians and stuff. So like, there's a lot that we could do, for bringing attention and stuff to the space. This still isn't done. We got 8 minutes in, and it looks like it's probably almost done with this one, but it is the newsletter, so it is a little bit more dense for stuff that it's adding to the code base. So this should come in and populate. It's probably going to show up over here, but who knows, maybe it'll surprise us and be over there. I've also had newsletters just pop up in like random spots, so curious to see how that comes in. But it's almost done. 8-minute prompt. But yeah, and then we do have the Caffeine AI playlist, so I'm trying to keep all of this like organized so that it's easy and like accessible for people to see. And then if you haven't checked out yet either, I posted about an unreleased show that we did called Blockchain Bar, and this was one that I thought would be a unique show for late night, basically late night crypto, and having people like wind down and learn about crypto and blockchain and stuff as they drink with us. Maybe they have like a cocktail or a beer or whatever. But it was a unique idea. We were looking at basically, this was used to talk to some liquor sponsors and stuff. So we were talking to some pretty big brands, but it was a little early for its time, so didn't necessarily fall through yet. But basically what was going to happen with this is it would be a show that also has events, and it could have had live audience and stuff, and it would travel around for conferences and stuff. So it was a great concept. Just kind of need a little more weight behind it in order to be sustainable, because like the stuff's just really expensive to do high production. So hey, Quasar. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm glad you're getting the caffeine fix. The promptathon starts tomorrow, so I don't know if you saw all the rules, but it is for a self improvement app. So I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow as well, and we'll get something submitted for the promptathon, and that's what's got 10,000 in prizes. So right now, just about to wrap up this one, but I know you saw a lot of the stream from last time. I was just doing some of the changes. So I designed it a little bit. I used Ubin to add in a logo. I have to fix this auto scroll. It's not ideal right now. But right now the prompt is to add in it's adding in a newsletter and allowing people to subscribe and unsubscribe. And then this would be controlled from the CMS for the admin. So there will be some sort of like login. Like this is my admin login. I have the admin token. And so I should be able to see a newsletter pop up in here somewhere. Maybe it'll get a little bit closer for the toggle and stuff. But so for this, it's important that way I can send out newsletters or like, hey guys, we just released this caffeine related video, or something for, you know, the swap in general. I do want to, I know you just got in here, but I do want to try to have an event. I'm started organizing something for at our studio in Milwaukee. So it'd be filmed at our studio, multi-day event. We've done a lot in the past with Coinbase and some politicians and stuff and other projects. And so I want to have a multi-day event where we're doing some live streams and filmed content, and then filmed interviews and stuff with founders and teams. So and potentially doing a hackathon too. We'll see how that goes, but that there has to be enough support for that to do that. But all of our events are pretty private and VIP. We also are friends with the art gallery upstairs, which they do. They like are basically a charity. So the like the main founder behind it donates all of his profit to the charity, and what happens is they bring in a bunch of artists that are able to work from their studio for free. They don't pay rent or anything. They just make commission and provide a good experience for people in Milwaukee. And that's called 100% Milwaukee. So it's a cool art gallery. A lot of the work there sells for like 15 grand plus. And then, you know, they're very well respected and stuff in the community. And one of our friends, I did a podcast with a friend Xavier, who's upstairs there, who used to work with our team years ago before I worked with the team. And he's got a podcast called Spearhead Conversations. He's friends with a bunch of people in Milwaukee, and he started doing some of the shows with some celebrities and stuff as well. So he's been getting bigger and bigger. But yeah, like for that, we like to collaborate and stuff on studio space with the art gallery upstairs. So there's a cool experience and stuff with the vibe, and we have a historic building and stuff that we're in. So it's a cool vibe. So would you like me to add the newsletter subscription UI to the platform now? Where did it go? It's at the bottom. See, I thought maybe it would come up at the nav bar, but I wasn't specific with it. Newsletter. Okay, so now people can subscribe for that. All right, maybe we'll fix this last thing. We need the auto scroll to stop. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Quasar, you definitely should. I know towards the end of March, some of the musicians and stuff that I work with might be well, I know they're performing at the rave, and the other is at Shank Hall, which is like a smaller venue, and then the big client, like the main client and stuff of mine, he's probably gonna be traveling in, and I know that would be towards the end of March, so that would be like March 23rd through like the 30th or something, somewhere in that time frame where they're in. And so we could do something then. I just don't know if they would. I don't know if they're necessarily interested in blockchain and stuff yet. the one guy is really big, so like that is something he's probably going to be pretty sensitive towards if there's like a room of 80 people. But for the other days and stuff, it'd be cool. You come kick it with him. Since that's your field. So I can talk to you more about that. But we've had our friend who was the host of Show Me Milwaukee, Greg Adams, who was a DJ at Kiss FM and Hot 90s, not Hot 97, Hot 105 in Milwaukee. He was the celebrity for our show and stuff, and he's come and DJ'd before. We do have DJs and stuff that come in, and then because we can use both floors, we can do some pretty cool events and stuff there. And then during the summer, we have a 3-story outdoor theater, so we can put together a giant movie screen and do like a little festival or something in like some land. We did I know for their premiere they did because when COVID happened, the world shut down. They were supposed to do the largest documentary premiere in history with like 2,300 seats, and because COVID shut down, that couldn't happen. And so they had to buy this 3-story theater, and then they did a premiere outside in a parking lot. But we could pull it up. It takes like 8 people to set up, so it's kind of a lot. But we could do something cool outdoors with it. And then so for this, we want to get rid of the auto scroll. All right, so once we have this auto scroll fixed, we should be able to actually get this all set and maybe publish it. So if we can get this published, like the newsletter should work. Let me test this real quick. So, yeah, that auto scroll's got to go. Auto scroll's definitely got to go. All right, so you're subscribed. Check the inbox for updates. So now we go to the newsletter. We can see that we have one pending. Why does it say pending? They have to verify, like where. Let me check. Huh. Question. Caffeine. I subscribed. Properly. Alrighty. Have a good one, Quasar. We'll talk soon. So maybe that needs to be live. Okay, so yeah, we just need this published and then we have that. So once this auto scroll is done, then we should actually be done with this this build. At least for now. We'll go through and keep modifying stuff, but I would say decent enough to post as long as the admin token works for me. Once this is published, that's the one thing I'm concerned about, but yeah, so we should be wrapped up here once this one's done. Fingers crossed. I just want to make sure I got enough credits to build out this this self-improvement app tomorrow. So we'll do that publicly as well. And then I'll start going through and tweaking some of the other Alright. So new one testing out. Maybe it's got to load a bit. It's not showing me. I'm gonna reload. Draft is being deployed. Alright, I'm just going to try publishing this because it's showing me as admin. Auto scrolls off. It's good. Yeah, we're gonna publish this. internet cafe. Oh wait. So all right. Oh my gosh, it didn't give me like. All right, so all right, we'll get this part figured out, but I'm gonna wrap up the stream and get this out there for the next one. But we'll be back with another stream tomorrow for the promptathon that Caffeine AI is doing, and so appreciate you guys for tuning in and hanging out for this. But I'm gonna cut this one and call it a day so we